Wrong forward, but this time around I'm taking my time. Don't push me. I'm not coming down. I'm not giving up. Oh, don't rush me. I made up my mind, going straight to the top. Follow blindly. Way my own way. See the truth behind it. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I'm looking around, yeah, you all giving up. You need a slap in your face, time to wake the hell up. Follow blindly. Am I the only one who's not giving up? Hey, what's going on now? Do you see what I mean? Nobody gives a damn, and still they bow down, just appeasing their game to the visible ends of. You're not getting me no matter how hard you try, so just stay off. Come near and I'll leave, I'm just fine getting by. Follow blindly. Way my own way. See the truth behind it. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I'm looking around, yeah, you all giving up. You need a slap in your face, time to wake the hell up. Follow blindly. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I will not follow blind, not follow blind, not follow blindly. And this is who I am tonight, so get it right, don't follow blindly. Follow blindly. Way my own way. See the truth behind it. Am I the only one who's not giving up? I'm looking around, yeah, you all giving up. You need a slap in your face, time to wake the hell up. Follow blindly. Am I the only one who's not giving up?
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you
know
were
what
weak,
time
but
it is?
babe, you're wrong.
It's sparkle time. Welcome to Mentoring with Sally.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna get stuck in,
better
but
step
before that,
into
it's
the light.
time
Just
to
give it a
sparkle.
try. Think that it's time you
Now
let that
sparkle
spark
song.
out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Excellent. Oh, where's my button for my music? Hang on. There it is.
Run from my given desires.
Welcome to Mentoring with Sally. Robin's asking where the link is. Go to Slack. Awesome, guys. Have a fabulous, I hope you're having a fabulous start to your week. It's Tuesday here, and Monday probably for most of you over in the past, but I hope that it has been a great weekend. This is Mentoring with Sally. So if you're brand new to the Sparkle world, then just put the word new in the chat so I know you're brand new. And if you're a lifer, you've been around for a while, you know what to do. Some purple hearts and sparkles, baby. So Mentoring with Sally, this happens this happens most Mondays or Tuesdays at this exact time, all right? We do a bit of a 10 to 15 minute dance party beforehand, and then we get stuck into some content. This is also what we do to create content that we then go and repurpose later on. So today's topic is all about how to attract the right type of client. So who out there struggles attracting the right client? Because you see, what can happen is we have an idea of the client, but then they just won't seem to pull out that credit card, right? They're not the right type of client. Dr. Sparkle is sparkling all over the place. Hey, Dr. Sparkle, look at her. She's in, she's hanging, she's got some sparkles and some hearts for us. We love that. Oh, and new Facebook user, have a look above this video. There's a little link that you can click on, and what it does is it grants permission so we can actually see who you are, okay? And it doesn't just come up. So it's got restream dot something or other, and then I'll be able to see who you are. But you're brand new, so you need to do that, and you shouldn't have to do it again. Ada is struggling. Hey, Ada, so nice to see you. All right, so for those who just saw Dr. Sparkle, she's pretty cool. So if you want to go to this address, whoa, what's going on there? Hang on, that one shouldn't be there. Okay, so if you want to go to that address there, or you can, QR code that little thing there, what that's going to do is allow you to register with Dr. Sparkle. Use that QR code there. Go on, give it a zip zap. So what that'll do is it'll allow you to get reminders when we go live. So you're just registering for these reminders. Dr. Sparkle will help you out. She'll send you a direct link to our YouTube live stream, or you can click the join button. Okay, so you don't miss out and you can ask questions. So let me know who's watching out there on the live stream and where you're joining us from. So pop it in the chat right now so we know. And then we're going to get stuck into today's content. Now, we use our Monday sessions to be able to teach you something, but also we use it strategically to then repurpose and use like for our reels and all sorts of things. So today's content is, I'm going to teach you over the coming videos how there are ways in which you can attract the right type of client. Actually, 11 different ways in which you can attract the right type of client. You see, when it comes to coaching, there's a lot of responsibility on us as coaches. We're professionals who want to feel compelled to kind of serve and help everybody. Do you feel that way? You just want to help everyone. But the truth is, however much you want to help everyone, you're actually doing a disservice to your actual practice as a coach. Because if you aren't clear with what it is you do, you'll start attracting the wrong people. So to make really impactful relationships with those who come to you, whatever type of coach you are, you need to resonate with the right fit client. Okay, so meeting clients where they're at in regards to where they're actually at right now, standing next to them, understanding them, and then, a lot of them will come to you telling you what they think that they need, right? I need more money. I need more clients. I need more time. I need to be fitter. That's not what they need. That is what they want. What you need to do is flip that, give them what they need, or tell them that you can help them with what they need, and then show them what they want. So today we're going to talk about 11 ways and 11 tips in how you can attract the right fit client. So let's head on here. So tip number 1 is be a reflection of the transformation that you offer, right? Like attracts like. The best way you can attract the right type of client to your coaching business is be exactly that person that they seek. You see, as a coach, you must be a reflection of your offer. Now, if I was selling weight loss, I would have a problem. But the best coach-client relationship is based on your alignment. When you create your messaging, you need to be desirable to those people who are looking at you. So all of you who love Dr. Sparkle, who love the reminders, who are like, wow, how does she seem to be in all of the places? Because I practice what I preach. I dream about tags and squiggly lines and all of the things so that you guys, if you decide to work with us, you don't have to worry about that stuff, because we want you to earn while you learn and get you doing the thing that you're best at, right? Helping people with your area. So we show you through what it is we do that you can do it too. Right? It seems easy, but it is easy for me, because that's my zone of genius. I dream about tags, squiggly lines, and sexy numbers. I mean, give it to me, baby. Right? So tell me below, are you a reflection of what your offer is? What is that transformation that you're giving? Are you a reflection of that? All right, let's talk about number 2. So tip number 2 on how you can attract the right type of client. So tip number 2 is that you want to articulate your value and add your value add proposition. Okay, so anytime you're looking for the right type of client, it's really essential that you're clear in communicating your vision, your mission, and the whole organizational purpose. So whether you're a solo entrepreneur or you're like myself and we have a large team, you need to communicate the value that you give to your potential clients, and they will self-select, right? Or without even having an initial consultation with you or chat with you, they already know what it is that you stand for, just as they are trying to find the right fit. Just as you're trying to find the right fit client, they're trying to find the right fit coach that works for them. So you need to constantly articulate the value add proposition. So for us, for an example, is we take off all the tech overwhelm and all the crazy. We take all the messy stuff in your brain when you're trying to put your offer together, right? And we make it into an irresistible offer. And if you've been with us for any period of time, you know our purpose, our mission is to transform the lives of 33 million people. And that's not by taking on 33 million clients. It's by taking on heart-centered entrepreneurs who truly want to make a difference in other people's lives. And then through the ripple effect of that, we will transform over 33 million lives. So that's tip number 2, articulate your value add. Usually it's how can you save them time, money, right? Time or money. That's what most people do. They usually want to pay for speed. All right. It's not about your price point. It's about how quickly you can get them there. All right, tip number 3 for how you can attract the right type of client is be authentic and take what it is, your calling, your purpose, your zone of genius, as I like to call it, your inner sparkle, take it seriously, right? Be authentically you. If it's not in your scope, if it's not within your values, then decline clients. Refer them to other people. Don't just say yes to every single client. you know who you want to work with, or, sometimes it does take taking on the wrong types of clients to finally go, oh, I'm not helping the right types of clients right now. And I've done it. I have literally sold clients to other coaches because they weren't the right type of client for me. So know who you are, what you stand for, okay? And understand that this is your calling in life, to be a coach, to transform other people's lives. So understand, as a coach, you are affecting other people's lives, and it is not a hobby. Okay, don't treat it like a hobby. We can do whatever is necessary for our client, but you also need to be properly positioned and anchored in the work that you do. For those of you who are looking for the right fit client, they are looking for the right fit coach, right? So you need to stand up and be authentically you. Treat your calling seriously. Don't treat it like a hobby. You need to do sales and marketing to get your message out there. And of course, automate as much of that out as you can. We always say be rad in business, okay? Make systems that are replicatable, okay? Do things that you can replicate. A is to automate off as many things as you possibly can. And D is to delegate. Make enough money that you can start to hire yourself out of the jobs that you don't want to do. So that's it. Be authentic and take your calling as a coach seriously. Tip number 4, speak directly to the types of clients that you love, right? Make a note of the type of client that you love to work with. What is that top level, has all the things you want in a client, and speak directly to that client. Ask questions of that client so that you can make sure that you're attracting the right types of people. So, for example, we are not looking for clients who want to move slow, who don't want to do any work, or clients who just want to run a business on a shoestring budget. They're not the people that we're speaking to. We speak to people who realize they need to pay for software. They want to grow a team so they can take a holiday. They can delegate out the work. Now, if you speak down to those people underneath the level, what happens is the people at the higher level, so if we weren't talking to people who are trying to get to 6 and 7 figures and grow a team, and we were just saying you can do it all yourself, right? Those people that are thinking that they want to grow a team or want to add people to their team, we won't be speaking to them. They won't look down. But those who want to hire their next team member, if we're speaking to them, those that are down there looking up thinking, I want a team too. Now we're allowing people to have vision. So speak to the people at the top. For me, action takers, serious business owners. Now, if I say you want to take your business seriously, and maybe they're at that transitional point, if I say you want to transition to taking your business seriously, I'm still speaking down a level, right? So talk directly to those people who you want as your ideal client. So our hot tip is start to write down all the qualities that the ideal client, the client that you love, has, and how do they want to be spoken to. Tip number 4 in how to attract your ideal client is to understand the who before the how. So to attract the right fit client, those those clients that you want, it is really important to understand who are those people. Now, they could be a particular gender, right? Or maybe they have a particular vocation, or maybe they're in a certain age bracket. Maybe they have a particular type of personality. Start thinking about the who. For us, they're heart-centered. They're a little woo-hoo, right? I listen to my goosebumps. And also think about understanding what allows you and them to work together in a way that is going to be beneficial to you both. Not about how you help them, right? Don't think about that first, because you already know what it is that you help them with. But I want you to get super specific, not just on their problem, but also internally. Who are they? Our people, they want to transform the lives of masses. They want to leave a legacy. So there's that deeper desire that they want as well. So put some work and effort into really defining who those people are. My people are heart-centered. There is no scarcity mindset. I will teach people who want to learn my method and take my method and add their own sparkle, take and learn and do it all and make money and make more money than me, because there is no scarcity mindset inside the sparkle world. So have a true understanding of who it is that you're trying to attract. Tip number six on how to attract the right type of client is I want you to be super specific on who it is that you serve. Okay? Now, by knowing who you are naturally drawn to, is it the entrepreneur? Is it the corporate people? Is it men or women? The more specific you can be on who it is that you serve, the more connected, the more engaged, the better the both of you will flow together. Okay? So once you've narrowed down your focus, everything you do, marketing, even your personal branding, the way you show up, the way you look, should reflect that. But trying to be things to all people isn't realistic. So I want you to always stay in your own lane. So for us, heart-centered entrepreneurs, right? Women. Now, it doesn't mean we don't take on men, but I'm specific. Women. They're usually 40 plus because they've realized they're sick of working for other people and they want to make money for themselves. And we use specific software. Now, I used to teach all the things. I used to teach ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, MailChimp, Drip, Keep, Infusionsoft, Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, all the things. Now we're super specific in our tech ecosystem even. We use Keep and Kajabi, Acuity and Zapier, which helps people grow to 6 and 7 figures without needing any other software. You cannot run your business in one piece of software. If one piece of software tells you that they do it all, it's just good marketing, right? They're trying to offer that all in one, like the general practitioner, the general GP doctor, right? But you need a specialist piece of software for the thing that it does. So for us, Kajabi is very specifically good at the front end, what the client sees, the landing pages, the courses, the way they interact online. But their CRM, it's there, but it's not really awesome. That's why we have a separate CRM that isn't just sending emails, it's admin, it's marketing, it's sales, it's so many other things. So think about your people. Who are they? Be very specific. Number 7, don't fear magnetic messaging. What does that mean? Well, if you fear magnetic messaging also repels. You see, attracting the right type of client, your messaging should be magnetic. But a really good magnet, remember you've pushed them together and they push themselves apart? A really good magnet will also repel very strongly. So as coaches, you need to also not be afraid to put out there messaging that also repels people. Don't be afraid of saying the types of people you don't like to work with. Sure, it'll push people away, but it will stop you from bringing in people that aren't truly connected to your values, your messaging, and those that understand and are aligned to what it is that you're trying to do. So don't be afraid to say, if you are these types of people, we do not work with you. Tip number 8, be clear about what you don't tip. You can tell we're going to edit this later, right? Tip number 8 is to be totally clear on what you do not offer. So the key is attracting your ideal client, but also don't support people in things that you do not offer. Be clear with who you work with and what that scope is as well. Now, this not only helps you get super targeted and intentional with how you bring on new clients, but it also preserves your resources and your efforts. And you can put all of those resources and efforts into those ideal clients. Better positioning for you and also for your success. Now, we used to say, and we honestly, and this is something I'm putting out there now, is we used to say, if you're really good at software, then you can take our stuff and you can model it into your own software. And I've made the decision we are no longer accepting clients that won't use the software we use because it slows them down. It just does. And the method we use is to get people there fast. Success loves speed. And if we're relying on other people to fumble around in software when they could be better spent doing the thing that they're good at, then I'm actually doing them a disservice by saying, yes, we can help you, but then you've got to take all of these things that we can literally build in a couple of days, which takes them sometimes months. And then that's a really good way to procrastinate and stop themselves from moving forward. And we don't want that. We want you to move fast. We want speed. It's like a plane on a runway. If the plane just kind of dawdled along the runway, it would never take off. To get true momentum, you need a big force at the start, build a strong foundation. And the only way we can see that happening is you need to trust the process and not be afraid to use the software that we use. If you're scared of spending $10 a day on software, you're not the right fit client for us. $10 a day to literally build your bricks and mortar, have all the online stuff to get you to 6 and 7 figures. If that's a concern to you, then you're not ready for us. Or maybe you never will be ready for us if you're always worrying about spending money to make money. So be super specific and clear on what you do not offer. We're getting there with tip number 9, which is 3 lots of 3. I can't even get my fingers to do it. Tip number 9, and we've sort of covered this already, but we're going to I want to make it super focused, is don't try to be everything to everyone. You see, your ideal client, when you identify it, consider who it is that you really enjoy working with. When you're clear on who you are wanting to work with, what skills you have that you can offer them, it's so much easier. Rather than just bringing everyone in, trying to help everyone. You know, the world is full of people that you can refer people to, right? So you can spend more time closing sales with your ideal client. If they aren't the right fit, it's okay to say no. Do not try to be everything to everyone, or you will burn out and you will not be creating a scalable business. Oh, the ding dongs are going on. Now let me turn those little suckers off for the VIPs. Play and join. Number 10, we're almost there. You want to speak squarely to your ideal target. And that is messaging. Focus on the clarity of your marketing tools. All the things that you set up in all your marketing tech has to be super clear and repeating the same things over and over and over again. So these tech tools are your website, your LinkedIn profile, your bio, the way you go live and the things that you speak about. That will help you attract your ideal client. Messaging should speak squarely to those targets and nobody else. Identify their pain points, specifically their challenges, all the things that they're up against, and how you can solve their problem. Clients need to see themselves in your messaging. They need to connect with it through stories. And, you know, you start to feel like, when you've been doing this as long as I have, you start to feel like a record on repeat. But you see, one day you will say something and then you repeat it another day and you repeat it another day. And then that person all of a sudden says, oh, now I get it. Even though they've heard it over and over and over again. I'll give you an example of one of our clients who's been working with us for a while. And I always say that your live event that you use to attract your people to you is the thing that you get known for. However, inside your program is your larger signature method that you teach them. It's not just this little tiny piece. But it's taken a long time, and all of a sudden she heard it. She saw it and she said, now I get it. I don't need to teach every single thing I teach in the course. I just need to be known for one of the things within my coaching program. Because once they get in, that's when you show them the larger transformation that you give them. Now, they get a brief overview of that larger transformation during your pitch when you're sharing what it is that you do. However, the thing that you're constantly putting out there, that live event, that lead magnet that gets people to you, that's what you get known for. So think about that in regards to all your marketing tools, what you're posting on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, what's on your website, all of those tech tools that are forward facing, it's all in the message. And you will find everything to attract the ideal client comes back to messaging. I'm going to say that again. Messaging, messaging, messaging. Finally, number 11, I don't have 11 fingers. Number 11, I don't have 11 fingers, so I'm just going to use 2 like this. Looks like number 11, right? Finally, number 11 in how to attract the right type of client is remember that you speak. Hang on. I think I might have messed up all my buttons. Hopefully I didn't, because I haven't been watching over there. Sorry, Joyce, in the edit. Oh, dear. Number 11, 2, 1, 1, 1. Number 11 is remember that the fit might only be temporary. Oh, what does this mean? Well, you as a human will grow. You will change. You will evolve. Your value proposition is visible right now with where you are. It's easily understood by your potential clients. But it is through working with clients, it's through screening them, it's through hearing where they get stuck. It's this chemistry that you start to build a bond between your clients that you're working with, that you start to find better ways to help get them to the solution. So as you work with more people, then your messaging, the types of people you're trying to attract, all the things is temporary, because you as a human are growing and changing, and so is your ideal client. So I always remember and remind myself that my ideal client was just like I was 5 minutes ago, okay? But as I've gotten better at what it is that I do, then the types of clients that I attract are also next level as well. So over the years, I used to just teach people how to hit that go live button. Thanks you very much, Shalene Johnson, for teaching me and giving me the confidence to hit that button. And my first course was teaching people how to hit the button. Right? And then at the time, I was working in network marketing and I was very good at team building. So we had a program teaching people how to build a team. And I think that's why I was attracted to Shalene Johnson in the first place, because she does help a lot of network marketers to understand that it's not about the product, it's about you. So then I was teaching, because my best recruiting month was 42 personal recruits in a single month, and I was number 1 in all of the APAC region, number 3 in the world. So I was good at it. However, after I moved out of network marketing, I realized that it's not about the team building. It all came back to marketing. So it's still sales calls, but now not to build a team, now to sell this program. So we started teaching that. Then, of course, the funnels, how to build a lead magnet to get them into the funnel. And the more and more clients we worked with, we realized that that basic PDF that only 20% of people will actually look at isn't the highest converting type of funnel to build. It's like playing in this, it's like a toddler learning to walk. And the more we worked with clients, the more results we got, the more different types of marketing campaigns and strategies that we ran. I could look at the numbers and the results and realize that it's teaching people live. That's the thing that actually gets people from cold to sold the fastest. After that, we were like, okay, now let's help you with all the tech, because I pick up tech and just use it real easily. Then we realized, hey, let's not teach all the tech, but let's teach specific tech and get them to build it. So these people had to be computer literate. They had to be pretty decent at actually the click by click. But then people were still coming in who was struggling for a really long time to build the tech. And we're like, why don't we just give you everything? Take my shit, add your sparkle. So we do it all now. And then I couldn't look after, like my zone of genius is sexy numbers, strategy, and the tech. Now, I can do messaging, even these fancy videos, I was not great. It was me and my phone and a roll of toilet paper for a really long time, teaching the things that I knew. But as I've evolved, as I've gotten better, I made more money, and now I hire people so that it's a complete package. Now, this didn't happen overnight. As I evolved, my program evolved. What we want to do is we want you to avoid a lot of the struggles we went through. We want you to be able to actually just do you. If you're ready to get your business to that next level, if you're sick of doing it alone, if you're sick of trying to piecemeal things together and you're ready to hire an entire team for less than it would cost you to hire one person for like 10 hours a week, but it's still an investment. If you're ready for speed, then that's where we're at now. But before, it was, can you hit the go live button? See? So whatever that message is, know you will grow and you will eventually find the right fit client, because in 5 years' time, the client you're trying to attract today will be different. And if your business still looks the same in 12 months' time from now, you are not growing. You're probably procrastinating, making excuses, trying to do it alone. I believe everyone should have a coach. I have 3 coaches because each of them serve a specific role. The coach of all coaches, Tony Robbins, has at least 6 at any one time. Elite athletes have a coach. If you're ready to be a real business owner, then whether you choose my recipe, which is teaching live, whether it's on a stage or through Zoom, right? Teaching live to sell, building a community and nurturing those people to sell high ticket offers in sales calls, then we're the right fit. And if you're not, and you want to be DMing people, right, all day long and making PDFs and ebooks, we don't do that, right? That's something we do when people are at the multiple 6-figure. We go like, okay, let's add another thing on. But we work on one dialed in funnel. And you need to start talking to the people. So let's recap our 11 tips on how to attract the right type of client. So now, oh, what happened there? Hey, come back there. Oh dear. So the way in which we do these is 1, be a reflection of the transformation, show up and do what it is that you're asking other people to do. Number 2, articulate your value add proposition. Be clear about how you can add value to your people's lives. 3, be authentically you. And take what it is that you do seriously. You're not running a hobby. You want to be a coach, you need to run a business. If you just want to help people and not get paid, then you're running a hobby. Speak directly to the type of client that you love. Don't speak down to try and attract everyone. Speak to the top client, because those people down the bottom, if they believe that they want to be up there, they will hear you. Okay, well, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, understand the who before the how. Because the thing is, you already know your how, right? You need to understand who you want to help first. Number 6, be specific in who you serve. It's okay if you don't serve everyone, okay? It's okay. Number 7, don't fear magnetic messaging and repelling messaging. Tell people who you don't want to work with as well. Number 9 is be clear what you do not offer. That's okay. You can refer people. There's lots of other people out there that can probably help those people that you do the things that you don't offer. Number 10, try not to be everything to everyone. I know it can be hard. And finally, speak, swearly to your ideal client. And I think I've missed one. I don't know. They're all over the place. Maybe I missed 11 on the board. That's what happened, which is, I'm sure in replay I'll see what's going on because I'm literally not looking at my screen. I'm just clicking buttons and I should have been watching what was coming down. But this is imperfect action. I'm guessing that you got the message right. Yes, you got the message. The message is the message. It comes back to your messaging so that you can attract your ideal client. And know that it is not permanent. The messaging that you put out today is not permanent. It is not set in cement. It is written in sand, and it will evolve. It will transform as you do. Because you're a human and your business is a reflection of you because you're modeling what it is that you want your people to do. All right, that's our hot tips for today for it's not Straight Talk with Sally. It is Mentoring with Sally. Yes, but this may get edited into Straight Talk with Sally without all the bloopers, without all the things. All right, so we're going to come to the VIP room and anyone, let's have a look what some of hey, we've got some faces showing up now. Hey, Aline. Hey there, gorgeous lady. Here we go. We had here, yes, in fairness, one of my clients today wasn't the right fit unless it was for a box 6 feet under. I have literally sold clients to other coaches when I was like, I really don't want to work with you because you're doing my head in. That's why, like the clients we work with for 12 months, I individually screen them and we turn away more people than we say yes to because the community that we're building is a specific type of heart-centered and abundance-minded and no scarcity types of people. Yes, always changing and growing. Yes, and it's always about you to sell. Yes, it's always about you to sell. All right, excellent. Let's come to the VIPs. Hello, VIPs. Now, all of the other clients that want to come in will be kicking off in about 15 minutes. We will be going dark, doing our goals, answering your questions. As you know, it's our break week, so make sure if you're out there on the live stream, you do make your way over so we can get your questions answered during break week. Today is your day. Actually, I'm in doing mapping sessions this week, so I'll be in anyway, just saying. So let's come to Eva. First, Eva, what was a key takeaway for you from today?
My key takeaways were doing the work and speaking exactly and clearly about what it is that you do and who it is that you serve. Because if I'm telling a message to somebody that, you know, they may or may not need my services, but if I'm not clear, I'm wasting their time.
Yes. Yeah, love that. Liz. Oh, yeah, go. Sorry. Go, keep going if you had something else to add. You're good?
Good.
Yep. Liz, how about you? What was your key takeaway from today?
I think the biggest thing is the messaging, just, making the messaging clear to the clients so they know, is it a good fit? Is it something that they're interested in? And really showing them that, you're just a few steps ahead of them. You've been there, and they can relate to you.
Yeah. And, we also like that messaging, as we said, it evolves, right? It will change. It will grow with you. So don't be hesitant to also put it out there, because it will never be perfect. That's the other thing, is people like, I've got to keep working on my message. I've got to keep working on my message. If you just keep doing and you don't put it out, we can't test it. If it's not out there, how do we know if it resonates? So as well as working through that, you will see we constantly are refining our message. When new clients come in, we try to find time to find out why did they join. And we look back through our messaging document that all you guys have, and we're like, did they say something we're not using? Did something really call out to them? Like an example was, somebody once said, actually it came up about 4 times through a training, I really love how you said don't treat your business like a charity. And I was like, it just fell out of my mouth one day, and then it resonated with people that now it's part of our messaging. And it was through hearing people actually say back to us, wow, I really like that thing you said. And those who know Megan will know, she says, you just keep talking. And some kind of shit, or I don't think she says that, but something's bound to fall out that's good. And then all of a sudden you'll get this reaction from your audience. And you're like, add that to my messaging document. Usually when I find a really good liner or, something that I say, I'll highlight it red for a while until it becomes natural to remember saying it. And as you guys work through your live training and all of those key points we take you through in that framework, every time you rerun it, you'll find a few more of those kind of key phrases or stories that really resonate with people. Robin, what was your key takeaway? And the mute button. Somebody always does it. It's your turn today.
At least you're not listening to what's going on in the background.
So what was your key takeaway?
My key takeaway is probably not trying to be everything to everybody, but actually becoming known for one thing. But then once they're actually in your world, you can introduce those other things that are all part of the solution, but you don't confuse and distract. Put distractions in the way.
Yeah.
When you're having those initial conversations.
That's it. Yeah, meet them
because,
where they are.
Sometimes, we don't know what else might be part of the solution. We know what our issue is and what we're trying to solve, but we don't know what else might be part of the solution.
Yes. You can tell you've been working with me for a while now. All of these things that are coming out, right? It's like, and when you guys came in, did you honestly, what did you expect when you joined the Sparkle world to what you actually got, Robin? Like what's inside compared to what you expected?
If you'd have mentioned in the beginning that I had to go live, I wouldn't be here.
And what about the resources and all the things compared to what you thought you were getting compared to what you actually get?
Oh, there's just so much more. It's amazing.
And
I was one who used other software previously.
Yeah.
And I tried to go along that line, but I decided to jump over because, as you said, it's all built for me. That's one thing I don't have to think about. If I have any issues or problems, I just reach out and you sort it. You sort it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that side of it, the tech side of it. And I'm pretty tech savvy. I'm not scared of tech at all.
Yeah.
I've done all my own tech previously, but just to have someone to take that responsibility from me has been wonderful.
Yeah, and then we're going to get hiring people for you once you launch again, and we start making those 5 and 6 figure launches. I mean, even in our break week, I got a message from Liz, and Liz is like, I just don't know what does this mean? And I'm like, I'll just quickly make a loom for that. So the loom that we showed you, I don't know if you've watched it yet, Liz, but that loom that I sent back to you about how to, set up the timing and the timer fields, have you watched that yet? And do you understand it now? You're on mute.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I watched it, but I didn't have the volume, so I have to listen to it again with you talking.
Yeah. So just know, guys, even though we are in break week, this is like my paperwork week. I'm building more automations that we're going to plug into your systems as well to make things better for you. Feel free to still ask questions. And the VOZ, it's not closed. You guys can jump in there together. Right? Post in the Facebook group. Oh, hang on. No, it's not coming. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. That's done. You post in in Slack and say, jumping into the VOZ, who wants to join me? That company, and people forget that during break week, that room is specifically for you guys. Like, we don't utilize that room. And if we are using it, have a look at the calendar. We've got a couple of mapping sessions. We've added those to your calendar so when I'm in the VOZ this week, and Jackie's still running her hot seat. But outside of that, some of you don't use the VOZ as in like to come in and work and sit alongside, but some of you do. And those that do still do that. We don't have to be there for you to actually utilize that company that you get from working in the VOZ. So I'd love to see some of you go and working in the VOZ, and other people go, I'm coming in to join you, even during our off week. And chances are I'll probably just jump in anyway and say hi. I have a hard time staying out of that place. All right, last person I want to bring up is Sarah. Sarah, what was your key takeaway?
Well, it wasn't until you made the list that I realized there are how many different ways or different things that you can do to communicate to your prospects the type of people that you want to work with and help them get to know you so that you attract the right people. And I know that seems pretty obvious, but, a lot of times we do our messaging to attract people, and sometimes we might forget to list the things that we're not, or the people who are not a good match. And I think it makes sense to just be perfectly upfront and clear with everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it was only through working with clients that I realized the ones that I didn't want to work with and why that was so important. I was that person in the early days of my business talking to everybody because I was scared to not make money or lose a client. But then as soon as we got it started, the transition in our business really started when we said this software only. But we did still allow what we call outliers to use other software. But the more and more I run this program, I've got to stop that. Because those people that are still, I'm watching those people still struggling along in the software. And I think, if you just spent the money, you'd be making money by now. So I think that it's through the working with people as well that all of that comes out. So we've just got to get you guys launched. The only way we can start to refine it, to make it better, to see if the idea around our messaging actually resonates, is to stick it out there so we can measure and optimize. Let's get those who are not yet built, because then all we got to do is measure and optimize. And your main focus is going to be marketing, traffic, and sales calls. right? That's your two main things that you will be optimizing and working on yourself. We'll make sure the tech keeps working and all the things until you understand it or hire somebody to do it for you. But let's get you guys launched. Okay. All right. We are coming to the last couple of minutes. Anyone out there on the live stream, if you have any questions you would like to ask, please feel free to drop a Q in the chat, and I am more than happy to answer them for you. You see, we do this every single week. We come in, I find a topic, and we teach you something from inside our program so that you can take action. So if you're on the replay right now or you're here live, get out your tippy tap fingers. It will only take you a moment. And I want you to write down just one key takeaway. Now, if you've made it to the end of this video, you have been with me for 1 hour. So take 1 minute. Take 1 minute from this 1 hour and type in your key takeaway. Let's actually then commit to one thing that you're going to now do differently. You've just spent an hour with me and you've heard from some of our amazing clients. And what I want you to do now is start to take your business seriously. Sales and marketing. You cannot sell a secret. You need to put it out there, messy and all. Messy until it's magical and it's just math. Right? Oh, sexy numbers. Now, if you've loved today and you would like to get reminders, then you need to chat with Dr. Sparkle. Just message Dr. Sparkle. Hang on, I've hit the wrong button there. Message Dr. Sparkle, or use the little thingy over there. Dr. Sparkle will hook you up. She will make sure that you don't miss any of these mentoring sessions. We do them most Mondays or Tuesdays, depends on where you are in the world, 1 hour earlier than right now. Depends on if you're live, and if you're on replay, it's 8 a.m. Melbourne time. Smart people Google, or if you would like to, you can actually install our calendar or use a QR code that way. That QR code over there, and you click on the little plus button on the calendar. It'll add it to your own Google Calendar, and it'll show in your own time zone so that you don't miss anything. You can actually duplicate it out and be able to put it into your main calendar, so you can take it, duplicate it from the other calendar, block it out in your personal calendar, and then you can be here. It's only once a week we do this, but we do it literally every week except for public holidays, and there's very little public holidays on a Tuesday. There's one here in Australia, which is Melbourne Cup Day, the horse races. So it's great to see that a couple of you have already gotten your tippy tap fingers out. I'm so proud of you. Alan says that your message is temporary and it grows with you. I love that. And Ada says, with live magnetic messaging, is Facebook the best place to start? Are webinars necessary at the beginning? Great question, Ada. All right. This totally is the reason why this is a great question is webinars are harder to master than running, 3 or 5 day live events. Now, that doesn't mean you're working every day for 5 days. It means you're going live for half an hour to an hour over 5 days. It's more forgiving. It allows you to practice your pitch. You need to have a great message and a way to engage and keep people focused in a webinar that gets them to then book a call. The best way to do that is to practice that skill in a 3 or a 5 day training, because what that allows you to do is practice that skill rather than doing one webinar and then waiting to fill another one, you can literally run 5 little mini webinars and you do them over 5 days. It's more forgiving. It allows people to actually build a better connection with you. And the way we teach it, there's a transition from each day to make sure that they keep coming back. There is a framework behind that so that once you've mastered the 3 or 5 day event, we can take the best bits and we can condense it into a webinar. They're harder to convert than the 5 day because you've got to build a lot of trust, a lot of energy, and a way to keep people engaged without making them want to fall asleep. And that's by using all the things you'll learn. So I always recommend start with the 3 to 5. Once we've really honed that and you're consistently launching at 5 figures, you only got to teach for 5 days every 6 to 8 weeks, right? And from that, you'll consistently be getting bookings of people wanting your program. And if you've watched any of our training, you'll understand the snowball effect and how that works as well. So Facebook groups are where you build your community. Look, you've got all types of other places you could put people, but groups, honestly, you could have like a little micro group of 20 to 50 people and make 5 figures. We've had sometimes only 30 people turn up to our event and we've made like $70,000-$80,000 that week. Or you could have a big group and a really micro engagement, which is like what happens in our group. It's not really big. It's not very big at all, actually. It's only about 1,200 people. But a very small amount of those people are actually engaged. But people keep coming back into those groups. And that's actually a question that one of our clients was asking inside of Slack. And I'm going to cover that today because I know someone was confused about the group and multiple groups and all the things. And I'll definitely cover that in our session at the end. But anyway, guys, that's it. This is the live portion of Mentoring with Sally. I hope that you have a key takeaway. Do not leave without, and somebody's out on the live stream, one of our clients, don't know who you are, but we'll see you in the VOZ. Now, guys, never let anyone dull your sparkle, and please make sure you get at least one income-producing activity done each and every day, and I will see you next week on Mentoring with Sally. You want to binge any of my content? It's out there. Podcast, YouTube, Facebook. But until the next live, never let anyone dull your sparkle. Bye, guys.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong.
Don't look at that promo I forgot to end. We are not. We just finished boot camp. All right?
Better step into the light. Just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.